5 top-rated tourist attractions in Louisiana. Even the name Louisiana evokes a feeling of sultry summer nights with cicadas chirping nearby, and the laughter of friends and family over a table groaning with tasty southern fare. This is a state where time slows down, and life is more about living than doing. One of the best places to experience the charms of the state and soak up a bit of Creole culture is the Crescent City, better known as New Orleans. World-famous Mardi Gras brings out the fun in people as they dress up and parade through the streets. The French Quarter celebrates the state's history and is a great place to get lost, knowing that no matter where you turn, a great meal and a good time is waiting. Just down the road is the state capital of Baton Rouge. State capitals can sometimes be stuffy places, but not Baton Rouge. This city casts that reputation aside and proudly celebrates all that it has to offer, including a Capitol building with a resident ghost named Sarah. Outdoor-minded folks will want to stop in at Lake Charles and soak up the natural beauty and perhaps stop at one of the state's best beaches. After you've given the cities their due, head out of town. Visit the bayous and swamplands with their ghostly silent waters inhabited by things that may like to eat you. Less adventurous visitors may find a tour through a plantation more to their liking. Number 5. Old State Capitol. The Gothic Revival-style Old State Capitol makes a dramatic impression on visitors passing by and is equally impressive on the inside. 2 huge towers flank the main entrance, and the roof is crenellated. The building, which resembles an old castle, is set on a hill overlooking the Mississippi River in downtown Baton Rouge. This historic landmark building now houses a political history museum, which includes artifacts, documents, and interactive exhibits that explore the state's long history. Visitors can also learn about the building's history and significance in the Ghost of the Castle presentation, a 4D experience that is hosted by the apparition of Sarah Morgan. Keep your wallet in your pocket, admission is free. Address: 100 North Boulevard, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Number 4. Melrose Plantation. The Melrose Plantation in Natchitoches was first known as Yucca Plantation when it belonged to Marie Therese and Claude Thomas Pierre Metoyer, freed slaves. Yucca House, found on the grounds, was built in the 1790s. The Big House is a West Indies Creole plantation house with early Greek Revival details. At the turn of the century, Melrose became the home of John Hampton Henry and his wife Kami, a patron of the arts. Mrs. Henry enlarged the garden and preserved the buildings. Many writers and artists were guests at Melrose over the years. Address: 3533 Highway 119, Melrose, Louisiana. Number 3. Mardi Gras. The biggest event on Louisiana's annual calendar is the Mardi Gras celebration that takes place in New Orleans. This colorful event is a huge undertaking with a parade, balls, and street celebrations like none other. Mardi Gras is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, but celebrations begin on the weekend leading up to Tuesday. The event draws huge crowds who come to join in the celebrations and watch more than 1,000 floats go by on dozens of parade routes. To see the floats up close, tourists can visit Mardi Gras World, where you can watch artists and craftsmen build them. Nearly half of the celebration's floats, costumes, and props are created in this workshop. For even more information on this famous fiesta, stop by the Mardi Gras Museum, one of the top attractions in Lake Charles, in the southwestern part of the state. Number 2. National World War II Museum. The National World War II Museum in New Orleans offers an in-depth look at every aspect of the conflict, from the ground war in Europe to the challenges of battle at sea and in the air. One of the most impactful exhibits is Road to Berlin, where visitors have the opportunity to be immersed in the past while seeing fully recreated battle zones complete with the sights and sounds. Other exhibits include an exploration of the obstacles overcome by the Seabees and Merchant Marines in supporting the troops, a look at how vital support from the home front was to the effort, and details about the D-Day invasion of Normandy. The museum's displays employ a variety of media and interactive technology that bring history to life. Exhibits are also full of personal stories and photos, as well as a large collection of artifacts, including soldiers' personal items and even a shark-faced P-40 Warhawk. Address: 945 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Number 1. New Orleans French Quarter. The French Quarter is New Orleans' oldest and most famous neighborhood. Its beautiful buildings date back as far as 300 years, many with wrought iron balconies that extend over the tourist-filled sidewalks below. Visitors flock to the French Quarter for sightseeing, shopping, dining, and entertainment, and the area is packed during the annual Mardi Gras celebrations. The most popular place to visit in the French Quarter is Bourbon Street, which is alive year-round with throngs of tourists and live music. North Rampart Street is less crowded but has many historic buildings and good restaurants, while Decatur Street is a popular hangout for hipsters. Jazz clubs line the pedestrian-friendly Royal Street, which is also known for its antique shops and art galleries. Louis Armstrong Park is another popular tourist attraction, home to the historic Congo Square, where the city's African American community once socialized before gaining freedom. The park covers 31 acres and includes trails, fountains, and a huge statue of jazz legend Louis Armstrong.